When I arrived at my cousin's wedding, I heard her laughing with her bridesmaids. She'll pay for the flowers and catering, but she won't even be in the family photos. At least she's useful for something, Emma laughed. I mean, what else is she going to spend that settlement money on? It's not like she's getting married anytime soon. I'd gotten a settlement from the accident that paralyzed me 3 years ago. Not millions, but enough to live comfortably. Stop, one bridesmaid giggled. That's mean. It's true though. Thank God she's not in the wedding party. Can you imagine trying to coordinate bridesmaids' dresses with a wheelchair? Are you putting her in the family photos? God no, I'll have her sit off to the side. I don't want my wedding album looking like a medical documentary. They all laughed. I sat in the hallway for 5 minutes shaking. Not from hurt, I'd heard worse, but from rage. $8,000, 40% of her wedding, and I was a joke to her. I pulled out my phone and started making calls. The florist. Yes, this is Maria Santos. I'm the account holder for the Emma Morrison wedding today. I need to cancel the delivery, but we're loading the truck now. I'll pay the cancellation fee. Do not deliver those flowers. The caterer. This is Maria Santos. I'm canceling the Morrison reception order. Ma'am, the food is already prepared. Bill me for it. Donate it to a shelter, but do not bring it to the venue. The photographer. I couldn't cancel. His deposit was non-refundable, but the final payment was due at the reception. I texted him that it wouldn't be coming from me. Then I went to the ceremony and smiled. Emma looked beautiful walking down the aisle. The church had some flowers from another event the night before, so it wasn't completely bare. About 100 guests, all dressed up, all happy. Derek looked nervous, but excited. After the ceremony, the photographer started arranging group shots. Immediate family first. I wheeled forward. Emma's smile tightened. Oh, Maria, why don't you wait for the extended family photos? I'm your cousin. Your maid of honor is your college roommate. Right, but it's easier for the photographer if we do standing family first. The photographer looked confused. I can work with, it's fine, I said loudly. I understand. The wheelchair doesn't fit the aesthetic. Emma's mom, my Aunt Linda, frowned. Emma, what's going on? Nothing. Maria's being sensitive. I'm being sensitive? This morning you said you didn't want your wedding album looking like a medical documentary. Gasps from the relatives. Emma went white. That's not, I didn't. You also said thank God I wasn't in the wedding party because you couldn't coordinate dresses with a wheelchair. Derek stared at his new wife. Emma, what the hell? She's lying. Am I? Should we ask your bridesmaids? They laughed pretty hard at that one. The bridesmaids suddenly found the ground very interesting. Aunt Linda's voice was ice. Emma Marie Morrison. We should head to the reception, Emma said desperately. The food's waiting. About that, I said. The food I paid for? The flowers I paid for? They're not coming. What? I canceled everything this morning. Well, everything I could. The photographer's still here, but his final payment isn't coming from me. You can't do that. I did. The contracts were all in my name. You never transferred them. Derek looked between us. You paid for our wedding? 40% of it. $8,000. Emma told me her mom paid for everything. Aunt Linda laughed bitterly. I gave her $2,000. Maria paid for everything else. The reception hall was 15 minutes away. Guests arrived to find an empty room with bare tables and a confused venue coordinator. The cake was there. Emma's other aunt had paid for that directly. Nothing else. Emma called me screaming while I was at home eating Chinese takeout. There's no food. People are leaving. Sounds like a you problem. You ruined my wedding. No, you ruined your wedding when you took $8,000 from someone you were too embarrassed to have in photos. I'll sue you. For what? Canceling services I paid for? Good luck with that. The marriage lasted 4 months. Derek couldn't get over the fact that Emma had taken money from me while mocking me to her friends, or that she'd lied about who paid for everything, or that she'd been willing to exclude family from photos for aesthetic reasons. Emma still tells people I ruined her wedding out of jealousy, but everyone who was there knows the truth. She was so shallow she thought a wheelchair would ruin her photos, but had no problem taking money from the person in it. I kept the cancellation fees as tax write-offs. The florist sent me pictures of the arrangements they donated to a nursing home. The caterer fed 150 people at a homeless shelter with food that would have gone to guests who thought I wasn't good enough for pictures.